Hey, IDs, welcome to Module 7. This is the one that's going to deal with the learning management system. And, the one that we're probably most familiar with is Blackboard. That's the one that we're using to consume this particular course and then to build our final project. So that's the one we're hoping we become really familiar with. But that's not the only one that's out there. There's Canvas, there's Desire to Learn, there's Moodle. But you know what? They all kind of serve the same purpose. Basically what they're doing is they host educational content and they host courses. And they do it in a rather robust way because they're, for lack of a better reference, just large websites that are organized in a way that makes it easy to upload and download material and for students to communicate and things like that. One of the interesting, there's a couple of interesting things about things to consider, rather, when you're thinking about a learning management system, and that is, it's about navigating that balance between usability for all levels and then the flexibility for experts to be able to do what they want. When you're hosting a course, you're going to have as you know, a number of different skill levels. Some are going to be very young and novices essentially with using a learning management system and navigating it and utilizing the tools and things like that. They're going to be new to it, and so we want to make it easy for them to adjust and to conquer the learning curve and so forth, so that they're not conflicted with learning how to use a learning management system and learning the content, right? And we, of course, talked about that when we considered usability. So that's a really important thing. Then again, there are other users that are more experts at it, and they want to be able to, use it with some measure of flexibility so they can build things that they, are skilled at doing, and they want to add their creativity. They want to make it bigger and better than the conventional type of setup. So we're always kind of, when considering a learning management system, right, we're always kind of trying to create that balance between those two items. So that's something to think about. And the other thing really is too, when we think about learning management systems, is this what we're going to be expecting in the future for this type of thing? A large, robust website that can host content and can allow for interaction, or is it something different? I mean, and I think what we're going to see is it may become different types for different people, and I'm starting to see that just a little bit in my work in Northeastern. When you think about expert users, the computer science program is one that obviously is going to fall into that category. Now, they are not too excited about Blackboard because, it's too constraining for them. And so they want to just, use something that's very, very basic. One of the things we've actually entertained was them using Slack essentially as their learning management system. It allows them to communicate. They can upload, they can download, they can share things, and do all of that stuff that they need to do, but they're not constrained by the tools and the navigation and things like that a big site like Blackboard would require. So that's an interesting thing too. So be thinking about those two particular things as we go forward with this week. The second thing we're going to talk about is the blueprint. The blueprint is really the build tool that we use, at least in my work, and I'm sure with yours too, where you can easily organize content so that it's ready to be added to Blackboard. It serves a few purposes. One, it makes it easy to document things and then add it to Blackboard. But there's some other good uses too. It makes it easy to use when you're developing content with a subject matter expert. You can use that to collect your information, your content, whatever, and to organize it in a particular way. So that's another good thing. Also, it's also a good tool for the record, and that is, when the development is over, You want something to be able to go back to if you need to do any revisions for the future. And you can easily go back to the blueprint. You can make your corrections, your adaptations, and all of that. And then, of course, make your adjustments in the learning management system thereafter. So it's a very useful tool. We're going to be using the blueprint to build each of your individual modules in it. And that's going to be, use the tool for that. And then, of course, it's going to be due at the end. That's one of those final deliverable kind of assignments that's going to be due at the end. So you're going to be using that as you build, as your tool to help you out with that in your procedure for building your online course project and your individual modules. So look forward to that. I hope you have a great Module 7, and I'm looking forward to some of the the interactions that we're going to be having surrounding the project in the future. And I hope things are going well. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.